another live feed from the William Peters Mansion. Guess where we were at the last time we did this? But this time we're going to do a little different. We're going to come inside and we're going to introduce you to somebody that's been here for one of our Strange But Trues, one of our most haunted experiences. And we're also going to tell you a little bit about some of the events coming up, like the world's largest ghost hunt coming up in September. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But right now, we're going to show you why we're promoting our paranormal greeting me for the 22nd and some of the other things that's going on. So come on in and let's meet this. So if you're watching right now, of course, my name's Bob. My cameraman right now is Shari, my wife, and behind me is Cori. And she's got some pretty good experiences here at the mansion. And we're gonna just kind of sit down here and have a non-lit fireside chat because it's kind of warm out. So, like I said, we do Strange But True paranormal evenings here, and a while back we did one. Well, there goes the fire alarm. It must be noon. So, everybody, it's high noon and hi to you.
Hello.
So, everybody, this is Cori. We had one of the most haunted experiences here at the mansion, and this is why we're doing our Strange But True weekends. This is why we're doing our paranormal group meet and greet on June 22nd.
Then we're doing a paranormal picnic as well.
And we're also going to plug, coming up in July, we're going to have a paranormal picnic. That is where we're going to invite some of the groups here, and we're just going to have stories and eats and have a good time. That's how we pretty much got started with the group and met some really cool people and shared lots of experiences. And it's a fun time. But, so, anyway, Cori.
Yes.
This is going to be fun because this is improvisation, man. I mean, we don't have a script in front of us. We haven't learned any lines.
Nope.
So, with being here,
Yes.
how many experiences since you've been coming to the William Peters Mansion have you experienced?
I'd say at least probably 4.
Yeah.
About 4.
Well, for some of us, that's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
What has been like some of the most, what one sticks out in your mind the most?
Well, the one that probably sticks out the most is that night up in the attic and back in October when you and I were just asking questions and little ghost decorations hanging from the ceiling started to just move really slow, one by one, and as they were moving, I remember you asking it to move another, and then when we finally got to the last one hanging from the ceiling, it was a little ways away, and then we were starting to walk to it, and the dollhouse up there was moved out towards the center of the room, and someone had hung a bell on it, and as we were walking by the dollhouse to get to that last little hanging ghost, it was as if someone picked up that bell off the dollhouse and just slammed it into the floor as hard as they could, like threw it into the floor as hard as they could. And it was so loud, and both of us jumped like a couple feet. We're like, "What was that?"
And I'll tell you what, I don't think in all the times we've been doing in the last 10 years that we've been coming here, I've had such a good experience. I wish there would have been more people there. And okay, yeah, you know, when it happens, you're not videotaping or you're not recording. That's what happened to us, of course.
Yeah.
But we have the two of us that shared this experience together. And we're going to take you up there to the ballroom in just a minute. You're going to notice it's a little decorated right now for our Witches Ball, which we promote for a Strange But True weekend. You can't get any better than this, people, because I'm telling you, the stranger, we can't get it any more truthful, so that's why we call it Strange But True, because the stories that people have here and have had experiences like this one. It's amazing. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move up to that spot and show you just exactly what we're talking about. And hopefully, while we're videotaping, maybe something will happen. You never know.
That's true.
So let's head up these grand stairways.
Remember us at the end of the night, we had been out to the house at that point, and we were like, yeah, we're about done, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it always seems to happen at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And through the night,
Mm-hmm.
when everybody wants to go to bed.
Right, yeah, that's true too. And we're like, oh yeah, we're ready, we're here.
So I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you come to do a paranormal evening with us, I will tell you this. We call this place the Stairmaster. You got these stairs that you have to go up to get to your rooms. The next flight of stairs takes you up to the ballroom.
They'll get to work.
You get a workout, yeah. Especially if you do a lot of work here.
Yeah.
So get ready for this, because here we go. We're gonna step up here and we're gonna show you exactly what happened. We're kind of gonna recreate it by moving these things to show you exactly what happened. So it's a little toasty warm up here right now because heat rises. And welcome to the Grand Ballroom. Now, there was actually 3 of us up here when the activity started. I think we're all standing over here. And as you can see, as we pan around, you're gonna see the decorations for Halloween. Now we started out right here. We had a young lady with us. She wasn't feeling well. She was kind of queasy.
I think she felt like something touched her or something. I remember her saying, like, she was standing right there.
Something had poked her in the side, and if I remember right, she instantly wanted to leave the ballroom. A lot of people have had the same experience. This is a room where we call the gentleman womanizer. He has a tendency to do these things and poke you, pull your hair, and mostly it's women. They have felt the arm around the waist or on the shoulder. They have felt certain things, you know, a touch. But that night when we were up here, it's a little light right now, but this place gets pretty pitch black. And we were talking about this gentleman and the dollhouse, which is over there right now. We'll get to that in a minute. And we did have a gentleman here that put a bell on the house, like she had stated. I didn't know this, but later found out that one of our guests that night, for the Strange but True, did this. So as we're standing here talking, the figures she's talking about are these figures hanging up along the edge of the wall. Now, if you can see them, right now they're not doing anything. They're not moving. They're not turning. They're not doing anything. They're not wiggling. So this is where we started asking questions about the little girl and the gentleman and who was with us and what the presence was. So as Cori and I are talking, and just talk is all it was. We were just, you know, doing what we do, strange but true, paranormal talk, you know, and investigating at the same time. As we're asking about the questions, this little dude, as you can see, is backwards, and now that I've touched him, he's moving. He's a sensitive. Okay. Anyway, as we're talking, we're asking it questions of who was here, who was with us. And it started to move like it is now. So I'm going to just touch it so it moves. Now there's no wind up here. Absolutely no airflow whatsoever. I'm sweating to death as we're here now. But as I was talking to Cori, we were talking about, one, I mentioned the gentleman. He's a womanizer. 2, I just mentioned about the little girl who is attached to this beautiful dollhouse that we'll show you in just a minute. And it's a little different setup, but the night it was set up, there was a table sitting over here in the, well, I don't know if it was a round table or if it was this square table, but it was sitting right about here. And the dollhouse was sitting on it. And in the background, you can see the dollhouse. We'll get there in a minute. But as we're asking more and more questions, it was like, hey, Cori, did you see that? Type thing. And we were saying, well, if your presence with us, show yourself. Interns, he moved that little figurine for us. And as you can see, no one's near it, no one's around it, and it's not moving. I'm hoping that it'll show itself while we're up here because, as we know, ghosts move day, night. And we're just talking more about, being up here working. My wife and I did a lot of the remodeling up here. And we redid the walls up here and we put a lot of time and effort in here. We have seen the little girl and heard her up here laughing, giggling, and playing. So we kept asking, who is with us? Can you show us another sign? And just about then, Cori says, did that one move? And I was like, what? And this little guy decided to move. Not much, but a little bit.
I think they were going both directions too.
Yeah, they were, in a wind flow, they're gonna have like maybe one direction. But these were turning side to side. Like somebody was doing like I am now. Just playing with it back and forth. Now, so at this point we're like, and we're still standing back there. So just so you know, we've moved ahead a little bit, but we're still standing back there talking about. So we're like, okay, we're not validated yet. We want more. So I said, hey, let's ask it to move another one.
Yeah.
So as we do, we come back here and we look back and Cori's like, did that one just move? And then this one moved.
Yep.
And as you can see, if I just keep it still for a second, maybe. Okay. When it stopped, I was like, okay, I'm not convinced yet. So let's do this. If you're here with us right now, and you can prove that you're here with us, make that ghost hanging there, whatever, face us.
Yep.
Well, we're still standing back there by the stairway, and we slowly walk this way as this turned and faced us and stopped. True story.
Yeah, it was.
Our validation right here.
It was
That's
cool.
why we're making this for the Paranormal Strange But True weekends. The world's largest ghost hunt coming up in September. Watch for it. Now let's go to the dollhouse. Now you got to remember, I'm going to start back over from our beginning. As we ask these questions, we're slowly, the two of us, creeping forward going, did it move?
Yeah,
And we're slowly walking. Both of us right about now are like high intense. We're watching the dollhouse sitting here on the table. And all of a sudden, as she stated, this little bell hanging on the roof of the dollhouse slammed onto the floor. Have you ever seen somebody run down a flight of stairs? Hello? Yeah, that was me. And I've been doing this for years. And Cori wasn't far behind.
I was like, that's proof enough for me. Good night.
So what we want you to do is when we have the Strange But Truths, because we do a lot of ghost hunting that evening. We do about a 4-hour ghost hunt. We'll be doing a little minor mini ghost hunt on the 22nd with our team that's going to be here.
And whoever decides that if anybody wants to stay up for a little while until about midnight or so, they're welcome to.
You're welcome to. But now, the creepy little dollhouse. Now, this little girl has been caught many times on different cameras, different things. But this is the dollhouse. As you can see, we're a little decorated for our witch's ball or Halloween. But here's the dollhouse that was sitting on the table.
Yep, there's the bell.
And like we said,
It was hanging, I think, from about right
there's
here.
the bell. The string is gone, but it was hanging off the peak right here. And it went to the floor. Now it's in a basket. And Cori's sticking her hand in here, so I don't care what comes out of there, but it's gotta be just her hand. So there you go. This is what happened.
Yep.
This is the experiences we've had. Come and see them for yourself. Come and just hang out with us on June 22nd. We got a Strange But True we'll be posting up. We have the Paranormal Picnic coming up in July. We have the world's largest ghost hunt coming up again. Second time we did it here. And that's coming up in September. I'm going to tell you what. The experiences are very cool.
The glare coming through that window, I mean,
Bring your bells, bring your tools, bring your ghost hunting equipment. And I'm going to tell you, there's not only these experiences Cori's had. We were talking about some children that have resided here before. And not only the little girl here in the ballroom, but the children that live downstairs in the basement. We'll get to that. That's another experience that she's had. So we're going to share that with you a little bit. People have seen them. We have recorded them. We have had equipment go off with the children in the basement. It's a long story. It's a sad story, but it's true. Anything we're telling you right now, and this is why I brought Cori up here. Actually, she came out to stay the weekend anyway, so we just caught her on a good day. So, everything we tell you, we want you to experience here at the mansion in Columbiaville, Michigan. It's right in your backyard. Well, maybe. It's in our backyard because we live here just about every weekend. And I'm not kidding you. Something happens every time you stay. Never fails. So, with that, come and find out what's next on our next live feed when we take you to the basement. What? You want to go there now? Shall we go to the basement?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
Might as well.
We got a little time. We're not afraid.
No.
Watch your step going down the stairs because the gentleman has pushed people down these stairs. Not only women, but men. Ooh, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, that's good.
we can still see your mug.
And here's again why we call this the Scaremaster. You have a lot of walking to do, especially when you're, do your investigation during the paranormal night. So we're going to give you a little view of the basement. We're going to take you down and share with you an experience most of us experience. I'm going to let my wife open the door. She keeps pushing me.
She's the camera woman. Let her do her job.
Okay, here we go. As you can see, more stairs. Now, run these stairs about 10 times in one night. I'm guaranteeing you will lose some weight or get some leg strength. So here's the basement. I hope you can see this.
I can still see.
Got enough
You need to
light?
turn the light on, or we're good?
Right at the moment, I think we're good.
So you can see how dark this basement is right now. There are windows here, so some of the daylight's coming through right now. There's like a whole new world down here. Now the story behind this is, and you're going to want to find this out for yourselves because a lot of people have experienced the children playing down here. Cori.
Say hi to Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. I see you, man. I see you see me. What's up, buddy? That's one of my teammates there, Jerry Lou Patterson. He's a great guy. His wife, Gola, we send our love to her because she just got home from the hospital, and we also send our love to her because she just lost her father.
Oh, sorry.
So, but I'm going to turn this over to Cori and let her tell you about the children for a minute.
Well, the same night we were here, and that happened up in the attic with the bell, we had been down here in the basement too. So, after we had gone all over the mansion and it had ended in the attic with the bell, we had come back down to the kitchen area and we were talking, and I heard a child's voice, and it said meow, like it was mimicking a cat. And I stopped and I looked and I said, did anyone else hear that? Did anyone hear a child's voice say meow? And no one heard it. And I was like, okay, all right, well, I'll just, whatever, And then like probably 10 minutes later, I heard it again, and we were still in the kitchen. I heard it again, and it seemed like child's voice saying meow. And I was like, okay, did anyone hear it that time? And I think you heard it, Shari, with me that time. I think it was you.
I believe you're right.
Yep. And you said, yeah, I heard that. I'm like, okay, that's the second time staying in the kitchen that I heard a small child's voice say meow. And then I ended up staying that night, and I stayed in the parlor room. It still had a bed in there. It doesn't now, but I ended up staying in that room that night. And in the middle of the night, I just woke up and I was laying in bed. And then all of a sudden, I heard a child's voice again. And this time, it sounded like a male child. And he, instead of doing a cat, he did a dog. So I heard a voice go woof, and I was like, okay, then it sounded like I was right in the room with me too. And I looked. I sat up and looked around. There was nothing in that room with me, and I was just like, okay, going back to bed now. So I went back to sleep, and that was it for the rest of the night. But 3 different times that night, I heard like children's voices mimicking animals, and it's just like they were just being playful. They were just like, we're here too. We want to play, So it was kind of cool. It was cool.
So with that, the story behind the children is after William Peters passed away and she became widowed, she wanted to keep her head above the crowd, per se. She wanted to keep her standings in the community as, one of the richest people that came here and lived. So with that, she decided to do a good deed and bring some orphans in. We're talking anywhere from about, I say 8 to 10. We're not positive, but she did bring them to the house. Now, the sad story is this basement that you see right now, where we're walking, it's kind of been modernized a little bit because of, time you do modernize. But this is where the children had their housing. This is where she kept those orphans. So what kind of life is that for a child? A cot, a blanket, a pillow. And where the ashes fell from most of the fireplaces would fall here, and this would be warm for the heat for children. But not only that, they did play down here. They played hide and go seek. People have experienced that. They have played hide and go seek with them. They have seen the children's shadows running about, hiding. We have had a team in here that has actually captured it on a camera. In this room here, where the children used to play with this rocking horse. It's only moved maybe twice in the whole time we've been
You're
doing
going to have
this.
to turn that light on.
We got a full screen back here. We'll show you that.
Hey.
Oh, well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, I'll see how close I can get.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, we're a little
There's
burnt
the
out,
rocking
but
horse.
If you can see the rocking horse, maybe this light will work.
I'll move them a little bit. There we go.
That gives you a little light.
Yep.
This is a rocking horse. This horse has been down here since we've been coming here. But they had a little stuffed animal sitting on here, and it lit up and it made sounds if anything got close to it. So as we were sitting here doing an EVP session, electric voice phenomena, the little stuffed animal made a sound and lit up. And at the same time, their camera took a picture. Now this camera, I'm not sure what it's called. It's really cool, but it outlines the image that it catches. And the image was of probably a person about so tall that came over to play with the animal. And it outlined it in there. And we have that in our evidence file as something that was caught on film. Now there has been other things. The sad other part of the story about the children, they were never allowed on the main floor, the second floor, or in the ballroom. This is where they lived. This is where you get the children's voices from. And there's more to the story, more to come later when we do another Strange But True live feed or our paranormal feed. We're not sure what we're going to call it yet. But you can see, this is where they lived. This is where they played. I don't know if they got schooling. I don't know if they went to school. I don't know if they even got to go outside. There was a caretaker that took care of them, that brought them their meals, changed their clothes, and bathed them. Sad story. It's strange, but it's true. We can't make this stuff up, folks. You got to come here and experience for yourself. The tours, we do them all the time. We run the Strange But True as many times as we can, but we're also inviting you to June 22nd. Again, I'm plugging the dates. June 22nd, the paranormal group, Chips, meet and greet, mini investigation, mini tours, and some history about the place. Come and meet us, come and hear our stories, come and see how really freaky we are, because that is what we are, very freaky. But we're going to take you a little bit more further in to the basement. I don't know if you can see us in here.
Nope, you'll have to grab that switch.
I'm going to turn this on. Everybody loves it when we do these because it's giving you a taste of what we've experienced. As you can see, yeah, we decorate for Christmas. That's something else we do. We do a open house during the Christmas time. Come and visit St. Nick. I don't know if you've seen any of the posts. Yes, I played St. Nicholas last year. It was a big hit. I had 80 kids here. So it was really cool. First time I've ever done anything like that. And it was great. And
you were in heaven. You loved it.
And later on that evening, I had people come back and ask for a mini tour of the place, a little history and a little haunting, and we did it. So, but we're going to make our way this way. We're going to get out of the basement now. But